Hi, this is Chuck Good Samaritan Mission, Jackson, Wyoming, Tuesday afternoon with the Take 5. That's what we do, and try to do it in around 5 minutes. Take some verses of the Bible and try to explain them in 5 minutes or less, so those in a hurry can get a little bit of the Word, plus those here at the mission that want to watch on. So we're in chapter 8 of the book of Mark and verse 22, and it's titled, Jesus Heals a Blind Man. So let's see what Mark 8:22 has to say. When they arrived at Bethsaida, some people brought a blind man to Jesus, and they begged him to touch the man and heal him. Jesus took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the village. Then, spitting on the man's eyes, he laid his hands on him and asked, "Can you see anything now?" The man looked around. "Yes," he said, "I see people, but I can't see them very clearly. They look like trees walking around." Then Jesus placed his hands on the man's eyes again, and his eyes were open. His sight was completely restored, and he could see everything clearly. Jesus sent him away, saying, "Don't go back into the village on your way home." Praise God for the reading of his word. May I have his blessing and his understanding as we go through it. So now he spits in makes like a mud or something, and spits in the guy's head, rubs his eyes with it, and the guy can see. Oh, that's another one, but and then he touches him again, and he can see completely. He says, "I see men like trees." So he's foggy. What happens here, and why didn't it happen in one fell swoop? And how come when we get healed, sometimes it takes time, sometimes we can get it instantaneously? How does healing work, and what is it all about? You know, I was a drunk for 30 years, and my healing took place pretty instantaneous because I made the decision when my dad called me a loser to be free from that bondage of addiction to alcohol. And when I made that decision, where did I turn? I turned to God. I turned to God. I turned to the gospel message that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Started reading the Bible, going to church, tithing my money, going to Bible study, praying like it was crazy. And guess what? I was set free from that. Did I still have other sin? Yeah. And I was working on it. Some of it took a long time. Some of it I had to be touched more than once, like he did this man. And that could be the same thing with you. Maybe you need more than just one touch from Jesus. Maybe you need to come back and ask again to be free from the bondage of whatever you're locked up in. You know, this man was blind. He saw trees walking around. So people were like trees walking around, and he knew that he could see better. And then he did it again. He placed his hands on the man's eyes again, and the eyes were completely open, and he could see. Do you need a complete healing? Come back to the well. Come back to the spring. Look up to Jesus on the cross. Ask him again to change your life for the better, to make you whole and complete again. He'll do it. That's what he does. It's how he rolls. It's been Chuck with a little bit of word on this Take 5 Tuesday afternoon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.